Hi, it's me again. I've got something special today. I've got a good friend of mine, David Smith, who's stopped by to show us his new rifle. He has a Ruger Precision in 300 Win Mag. He just picked it up yesterday, hasn't even shot it yet. So we're gonna go over the rifle with you, show you a few things about it, and then take it out to the range for some first shots and then a reaction. Okay, now I'll introduce you to David.
Hey guys, my name is David Smith, and we are going to do a video on the new Ruger Precision rifle that I bought yesterday. It is a 300 Win Mag, and what we found when we first brought it out here and started looking is the muzzle brake was a little bit out of adjustment. We had to adjust that. Had a little bit of an issue with the folding stock. To take the bolt out, you have to actually fold the stock. And there's a pin right here that you have to use. What we did, we used a small rubber mallet to tap it and get it to open to where we can take the bolt out. With the stock, it is fully adjustable. You can adjust your cheek piece up to fit your face. You've got your buttstock back here that you can also adjust your length of pull. On the bottom of this, we have a Picatinny rail where you can put a bipod or a monopod to use for bench shooting. And then, as I was saying, the bolt, I'll see if I can get this pin. We've had an issue with it, and it's not going to release again. So we're going to tap it and get it to release. And it'll swing all the way around. Right here on the upper, you have a piece that you have to press in and the bolt will come right out. So we've got the bolt. There's also a storage compartment on the back here. There's a little bit of a issue to get it to come out. I don't have enough fingernails right now, but it will come out, and there's an Allen wrench in there that you can use to adjust your trigger weight. Alright, so we did find out with this compensator on here that this is a Ruger factory compensator. But as I was saying in the beginning, it was not mounted at the factory. We had to adjust it. Evidently, when they put the muzzle brake on at the gun shop that I bought it from, they didn't have it level with the rifle. We also found that issue with the scope. We adjusted the scope to where it is actually level with the rifle. And I've just got a, what would you say this is?
It's a Harris bipod.
A Harris bipod. I am going to go into a little bit more later on and get a beefier one, because I don't think this one's going to hold up under the pressure of this rifle. With this being a 300 Win Mag, it's going to have a substantial amount of recoil. With the muzzle brake, there are Allen wrench screws in the top of the muzzle brake that you can use once we start shooting. If the recoil is too much and it's causing too much bounce, you can take one out, shoot again. If it's still too much recoil, you take another one out, and it blows gas out the top to help keep the muzzle down. The disassembly of the rifle is a little bit in depth. I don't really want to go into that right now, but you can actually take the foregrip off with some screws that are right here underneath the scope. So you'd have to remove the scope to get to those. Not really any need that I see to take the foregrip off, unless you're going to have to take the barrel off or something. The magazine has a latch right here. When you go to take it out, it's just easy. You pull in on it, pull down, and the magazine comes out. Some of the rifles that I've had, it's a little bit tricky, but with this one, you just press the release in toward the magazine, and the magazine will drop. All right, the bolt slides in. You just have to feel it out, get it in there, and then it'll slide straight up into place. And it has to be locked fully forward to bring the stock back around and latch. That's just as simple as it gets. Now it's ready to fire. You just put your ammo in and you're ready to go. All right, now this is our safety. It is an ambidextrous safety. There's the same on each side. So you can shoot it left hand or right hand with ease. There's also a trigger safety, and this trigger is fully adjustable. You can adjust the trigger pull on that trigger. I believe from reading the manual that this entire lower group has to come off, and then the trigger assembly comes off, and you can adjust your trigger pull and then put it all back together and get it set for how, what you want. I was talking to a guy last night, said he has his set at 1.5 pounds. And there are meters that you can use to check the trigger pull. And it's just, the thing that I love about this gun, and the reason I bought it is I want to do long distance shooting. I want to get into the maybe even at some point into competitive long distance shooting. And when I started doing my research on the rifles, I did make a few errors and bought the wrong rifle first, and then took it back and got this one. But with this rifle here, I should be able to reach out to somewhere between 1,400 to 1,500 yards with the right optics. Now, the optics that I've got on here right now is the Vortex Viper 2 in 6 to 24 by 50. And this scope will probably reach out to maybe 1,000 yards. It has your focus for 100 yard, 200 yard, or infinity, and then you have your bullet drop compensator. As with any adjustable scope, this is your adjustment for your power from 6 to 24. Right now it's still set, I guess, from the factory on 6. Haven't played with it that much to see exactly what we're looking at, but I'm pretty sure if you're looking at 24 at 2,400 yards, you're looking at what would seem to be 100 yards. So with that, it's gonna bring the long distance in close. And one of the things that I like about this is that I can actually spot scope my own shots. And at this point, we are ready to go to the range. And Steven has been nice enough to let me use his range behind his house, and we're going to go out here and zero the scope. I've got about 15 rounds of ammo with me, and hopefully we can get it zeroed in about 3 rounds, and then do a 3-round shot group to see exactly what we're looking at. Okay guys, we're out here at the range now, and about to send the first bullet down range to see how we are on paper, and go from there and see about getting this thing zeroed. Holy trigger pull is light. There ain't no recoil, dude. Okay guys, that was a bit of a surprise. I was not expecting the trigger pull to be that light, and I think I hit that joker dead center.
You should be about 50 yards right now, so if you want to set your focus at that.
No, I hit high. I'm not on paper. I hit way high.
Okay, about how many inches?
It's above the paper. I mean, we're probably 2 or 3 inches above paper.
Okay.
Okay guys, we're going to try another shot, because that was a little bit of a surprise at the light trigger pull that this rifle has. And I'm seriously surprised at the low recoil this thing has. I mean, it shoots less recoil than my 308. But we're going to try another shot, because I wasn't expecting that trigger pull to be that light, and I think I may have pulled it way high. No, it's way high. I'm within an inch of the first one. Okay guys, we ran into a little bit of a snafu there. Found out that the scope was not tight. So we had to get it tightened down and make some adjustments. We're getting closer to being on target with it. I'm hoping maybe this shot gets me right there in that general vicinity. So here we go again. We are about 3/4 of an inch to the right and 1/4 of an inch up. Okay guys, that last shot was about 3/4 of an inch to the left. I readjusted the scope to go about 8 clicks back to the right. That should put me pretty close to dead center. about 3/4 of an inch over dead center at 50 yards. So this shot, we're going out to 100 yards to see, you know, what we do out there at 100 yards. All right, that hit just outside that red ring, about a 1/2 inch to the left.
Okay.
So we're about 2 inches above dead center and a 1/2 inch to the left.
All right, so at that distance, it's 8 clicks down. And how far?
How many to the?
What you said, about a 1/2 inch out, so it's
About a 1/2 inch to the right, or about a 1/2 inch left.
2.5. That's going to be 10 clicks right.
I'm extremely careful with this trigger because this trigger has a very light pull. Went too far right.
All right, and always turn it back. How was the height?
Nearly dead on height.
Okay. Well, a couple clicks back to the left, whatever you think. How far over is it?
I went 5 clicks back to the left.
Okay.
And I'm still about 2 inches right. So I want to go
8 to the left. Give that a shot. It is hard to get that when they first dialing it in.
All right, here goes nothing. I'm not sure where I hit that time. Looks like almost the same spot.
Let's turn up your magnification.
Wait a minute, no, that's dead center.
That's what I thought it would be.
That's dead center. I couldn't see the hole because it
You
didn't
hit it.
give me a yellow splash.
Yeah.
All right, take a look and see what you think. Take a shot. I've been shooting the left target, so take a shot at the right one.
All right, let's see what we got.
Right here.
This thing's heavy. All right, we're out of focus here. That'll help. Yeah, you nailed it dead center. That's right. Totally did. Okay, it's set at 10 power now. See if I'm a better shot than you.
Make sure you got it in the pocket of your shoulder. I mean, it's got some recoil, but it's not that bad.
Okay. We'll be good to go. Yeah, I threw that high and right. Scared of it. It didn't recoil much though.
Yeah, I was surprised.
If I take one more,
Go ahead.
About a ½ inch high, dead center. I just pulled it. I think I was scared of it. Yep, I've shot 300 Win Mags before, and that one is pleasant.
Okay, guys, I got 4 rounds left in the box. I'm going to go ahead and waste those. So we're going to see what we can do out here at 100 yards again. Got to remove the caps first. I think I hit dead center.
All right. Yeah, I moved mine off a little bit to the side and so you could hit the center.
Center again.
All right. You get 3 in the same hole, you're as good as me.
I do believe I drilled the same hole that time.
All right, David, what are your overall thoughts on this rifle?
I am absolutely surprised at the amount of recoil it doesn't have. The light trigger pull, that first shot was a complete surprise. I did not anticipate the trigger pull being that light. But once you know it's there, it is just, there's no way you're going to pull off that target. The recoil, the operation of the rifle, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Okay, here is the last groupings that we did. Now, these 3 here, I did with my 308. Now, David shot 1 through here. We can tell that there was another shot come through right here in one of mine. And then, I think these 2 are David's.
And that one's my niece.
Right.
She pulled it. She anticipated a shot on that one.
Okay. It looks like you had a tight group here. I'm not convinced that your round went through one of mine. It could have went through here. That looks a little bigger than normal. So
I think I did say I thought I hit the same hole once.
yeah, I think this hole right here has got 2 rounds. That one's got 1 round. And these 3 are from my 308. Alright, not bad at 100 yards. That was fun. I always like to get to shoot a new rifle, especially one like that. That was quite a weapon. I've shot 300 Win Mags before, and it was just so hard. It kicked so hard. That rifle, it kicks less than my 308. And I just can't describe how well it shot, how easy it worked, good quality. The thing is heavy. That's the only thing that was a bit of a con, but I guess a heavy rifle, that's going to affect the recoil. But I'm well pleased with it. Wish I had one. If you liked what you saw here today and want to see more, please subscribe. We're going to have a lot more coming your way.